here with Coach Eric Bozeman. Coach, was a very sound victory last time at home, but you are playing a very different team this time around. They've won their last two. They have a 8-3 home record. How much of a different game will this be?
Well, it's hard to tell with them, and it's hard to tell with us. It's the last game of the season for us. So we're done. Win, lose, or draw. For them, it's a huge game for them. They hadn't clinched a spot in the GAC tournament yet. So we expect them to bring all kind of energy, and you know they're fighting for their basketball life right now, because if they don't get in, their season's over with too. So from that perspective, it's a little bit of a hard call. We're hoping that the rivalry is going to pump our kids up, and that's going to be enough. But you know, different emotions go into play when you've got seniors that are playing their last game. You know, we've got a couple of girls, but Janae Isaac, Kalia King, they continue to fight, but they've logged a lot of minutes this year. And, you know, Jonna Gregory, it's going to be emotional for her. Emily Eden, it's emotional for her. It's their last game. So at this time of year, you got some girls that may just want to call it quits because they hadn't gotten to play as much as what they wanted. And so our job is difficult, more difficult than theirs. I would say that.
All right, as you mentioned, it is the last game of the year. How do you want to win or to get you into the offseason and gain momentum going into next year?
I would take a half a point win.
Really?
Against them. I'd take a half a point win against them. A win is a win. A win is a win. Especially on the road. They're very difficult to get. So we've got enough. We've evaluated our team. We know what we've got coming back. We know what we're going to be capable of in the year to come. So right now, we'll take a win any way we can get it. So I mean, we're done.
All right, I know I don't need to remind you about this, but this is the big one. It's Southwestern. It's a rivalry game. How is that instilled in the mind of your girls in this game?
Well, they know it's a rivalry. We all know it's a rivalry. We all want to win. And I think they're gonna come with enough energy for us to be in the game and to try and win it. It's hard to tell. I think they're fighting for their lives, as I've said before. But our girls have to find some motivation other than just being a rivalry. You know, everybody says there's a lot of things that you can, you know, with the rivalry that you can throw out the window. But when you start talking about a team that hadn't clinched a spot in the conference tournament, and let me remind you, they won the conference tournament last year. They got in the national tournament. The year before, they played in the national tournament. So that's a school that's had a lot of success with their women's basketball team the last couple of years. And we're a very young team, and we're going down there. We're going to make them aware of what they're going into. We do that all the time. But now, whether you can dig down deep to play as hard as you can and to play as smart as you can and to do the things that you can do to win on the road against a team fighting for their lives, we'll see. We'll just see. I don't know if we've got that in us right now. I just don't know. We'll find out on Saturday. I'll tell you the same thing I told them. I don't know if we've got it in us. We've got to go prove that we've got it in us, that we really want this game. Sometimes that rivalry means a little bit more to other people than it means to the kids. I think Jonna and Emily and you know, maybe some other girls. Well, I mean, we have no juniors, so our young girls are just now getting into the middle of this thing, and I could be shortchanging them. I don't know. I asked Janae Isaac just 30 minutes ago, have you talked to your team about how important this game is and how important? And I'm not talking about, hey, we got SWOSU on Thursday. Hey, I'm talking about, have you sat down and had legitimate grown-up conversations with your teammates about how important this game is? And she told me that she had. So I trust her word in that.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
All right, we're here with Coach Brown. Coach, you know, it's a big one at Southwestern. You know how big that is. It was 61-56 win last time, but they are on a 3-game win streak. How much different do you think this game will be than the last time?
I would expect both teams to shoot the ball a little bit better. I think we won that game shooting 33% from the field. That's certainly not going to cut it down in Weatherford. I did think we played good defense on certain individual players. As a whole, I thought we played decent defense. We had some breakdowns that they did not take full advantage of, and then we had a couple breakdowns that they did take full advantage of. I think both teams are better than they were then. I think it has a chance to be makes of a really good game. We're on a 3-game winning streak too, so we feel like we're as good as we've been all year. It's just a matter of us going down there and performing, and I think we're ready to do that.
All right, speaking of defense, Southwestern is one of the top defensive teams in the conference. How do you plan to get to them?
Well, I think we showed some things here of how you can get them. You got to get some hustle stuff. You got to get some second chance baskets. You've got to run the floor, and your guards have to be willing to push the ball in transition and attack a little bit early. But more than anything, we got great looks here. I mean, we got outstanding looks. We just didn't hit shots. I mean, T and Lakeem both got as good of looks as they've gotten against any team or anybody we've played this year and just didn't hit them. So we feel really good about the looks that we're going to get in this game. Our big men need to show up a little better and get some baskets in the post as well. But again, this is a game where you don't have to say much to motivate your team. They know this is a rivalry game. They know it's a big game for our student body and our fan base and all those people. It's just a matter of going and performing.
All right, and this is the last game of the season. How do you want this win to go forward in the offseason to gain momentum?
Well, we said after the Tech loss that we want to end this season on a 4-game winning streak, and we have a chance to do that. We've won 3 in a row. We're going into a tough environment tomorrow against a very good team and a team that's fighting for everything. So we know it's a challenge, but we think we're up to that challenge. We think our guys are ready to go into a hostile environment and play well.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot.
Thank you.